What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. So, the Royal Rumble is this weekend. The road to WrestleMania officially begins this Saturday. I'm very excited for this year's Royal Rumble. In particular, the men's Royal Rumble, because it's been built very, very good. And there's so many interconnected stories woven within that. And I think that Triple H has done a good job building this year's Royal Rumble for the men. So we're going to go over the match card. I'm going to give you guys my predictions. So this is going to be the preview and predictions. So far, I've looked at the card and we only have 4 matches announced so far. Just 4 matches. That's it. There might be a 5th match. I doubt it, but there might be. And if it is, I have a hunch that it might be the 6-man tag between the Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and AOP, versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. So I think we might get that. They're supposed to have a face-to-face. So we'll see where that goes, because they are supposed to have a face-to-face on SmackDown this Friday. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm pretty sure that a brawl will break out, and then that's how we'll get that match. And I think that would be great for to have it on the card. Would I open the show with it? Probably not. But speaking of which, let's just go ahead and get into the predictions. I'll start with that match anyway. So let's just say it does happen. So Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. Who would win if that match were to take place at the Rumble? I want to say Final Testament. Because why? AOP just came back. They just made a return not too long ago. And this gives a much needed push for Karrion Kross. Because Karrion Kross has just been sitting idly by and not really doing much of anything. He's been in catering. He's had vignettes here and there. He's had a couple matches here and there. Especially last year. Last year was not a good year for Karrion Kross. Last year, Karrion Kross just sat there and he didn't do anything. So he just sat there on the back burner, not doing anything. I know they were going to tease him and Roman Reigns, but that was never going to happen anyway, at all. That never was going to happen. So if the 6-man tag does take place, my pick to win, the Final Testament. So let's continue on. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Now, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Kevin Owens at all. I don't like Kevin Owens. I used to, years ago, Back when he was in NXT and back when he had his heel run when he faced off against John Cena. But recently, meaning within like the last 2 to 3 years, I can't stand Kevin Owens. Now, I did like when him and Sami Zayn defeated the Usos at last year's WrestleMania 39. I enjoyed that. That was great. But that's been long gone. But as of recently, no. So do I expect Kevin Owens to win? I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to say Logan Paul wins by some nefarious means of some sort. I don't know. Maybe one of his bodyguards or whatever gets involved or something like that or whatever. Maybe KSI returns and he costs Kevin Owens. Because I want this to be a feud. I don't want this to be like a one and done. So I could see Logan Paul winning this match. Maybe they do the rematch at the Chamber in February in Perth, Australia. Logan Paul retains that way, and then they do the third and final match, the rubber match at WrestleMania 40, and that's when Kevin Owens wins. So I think that's where they're gonna go with this whole thing. I don't expect Kevin Owens to win at all. So Logan Paul probably will be U.S. champion until WrestleMania 40, and then that's when he will lose to Kevin Owens. Next, the Fatal 4-Way for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Randy Orton, AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is going to win. No questions asked. Who's going to take the pin? My guess will probably be LA Knight. And LA Knight's going to be a busy guy because he's going to be doing a whole bunch of bumping. Styles will take some bumps, but Roman and Randy, they ain't taking shit. I can tell you that right now. They ain't taking shit. Those two guys, hell no. They're not bumping. They'll take some, but they ain't going to do a whole lot. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. And since it is a Fatal 4-Way, they might do a spot in the match where where Roman spears Randy, and they take each other out for a little while, and then that's when it breaks down to like a one-on-one match, LA Knight and AJ Styles, and then that's when Jimmy and Solo get involved and take those guys out. Orton is about to hit the RKO or whatever, and maybe Solo screws Randy. Maybe he hits like a Samoan spike on Randy. Then Roman hits the spear, and that's how Roman wins. So maybe that might be the finish or whatever. But it's going to be something like that where Roman and Randy are going to be out for a good 5-10 minutes. So this should be interesting. And you guys know I'm not a big fan of Fatal 4-Way triple threats. I'm just not a fan. They're fun to play on 2K19 and 2K23 and 2K22 and all that. But it's not fun it's not fun in real life. It's just not. In real life, no. I don't like them. I don't understand why we couldn't have Randy and Roman at the Royal Rumble. I don't get it. It didn't have to be long. The match could be 12 to 15 minutes. You mean to tell me that Randy can't work a 12 to 15 minute match? I get it, because, it's not going to be the main event. The men's Royal Rumble is going to be the main event. It's going to be. This will be the co-main event, but Roman's not going to main event. He's not going to main event. This Fatal 4-Way is not going to be the main event of the evening. It's not. It's just not. This is something that can co-main event, but it's not going to be the main event. You can forget that shit. That's not happening. No. Under no circumstances should it happen. Then, what do you do with AJ Styles and LA Knight going forward? I don't know. I guess you could put them in a perpetual feud with each other that lasts until WrestleMania 40. That's what I would do. Because AJ Styles just came back not too long ago. LA Knight's not doing anything right now. He still has a little bit of momentum, but not much. But I'm guessing that's what Triple H is going to do with those guys going into Mania. So Roman's going to win on that one. Now let's get into the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of women from NXT to show up. So I'm saying maybe like Roxanne Perez, Nikita Lyons, Laya Valkyria, maybe Tiffany Stratton, Tatum Paxley. I know for a fact that Naomi, she's going to be returning at the Rumble, which is going to be great. So she'll get a decent pop. She'll be one of the surprises. I'm expecting probably at least 5 or 6 surprises. So we might get maybe Naomi. We're definitely going to get her. Probably AJ Lee. And hopefully we get Mercedes Moné. I do think that she will show up for sure. I do think she will. Again, I don't see Mercedes going to AEW. I just don't. I really don't. I don't understand why you would sit at home or whatever for 6 weeks, 6 long weeks of just sitting there doing nothing to show up. So, no. When you already have stuff that you could do in the Rumble, because the Damage Control storyline has to come to an end at some point, right? Now, who wins the Royal Rumble for the women? I have 3 picks. Main one, Becky Lynch. Why? Because Rhea and Becky are going to be on a collision course to face each other at WrestleMania. That is your marquee match. You could either put it at night 1 or night 2. It wouldn't matter. It would do well. I would say night 1. So you really want to give them... You really want to have, I would say, 4 marquee matches for WrestleMania. 2 big ones for night 1 and 2 big ones for night 2. That's really what you want. So, she's my main pick to win. I'm trying to think who else. Maybe a Bianca Belair as another one. I can't think of any dark horse. I just can't. But I don't see... Becky is the only one really that's going to win the Royal Rumble. She's the only one. Becky or Bianca, right? Those are my main 2 picks. That's really essentially it. Oh, they could go with Bayley too, as a third. So those are my 3 picks. I'm gonna go with Becky, Bianca, or Bayley. Those 3. But my main pick is Becky. Becky's the one that makes the most sense. Bayley's still in the Damage Control feud along with Bianca. She's tied in there some shape or form. She's tied in there. All right. The men's Royal Rumble, which I'm very, very excited for. For some surprises, we might get maybe like an Xbox showing up. We might get maybe a couple other people showing up as well. I do think that the Triple H has a ton of surprises in the men's Royal Rumble for sure. We might get Okada. We might. I know people have said that WrestleMania should be where he debuts. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. I think that would be great for him to debut at WrestleMania. I really do, but is anybody going to really know Okada, right? You know what I'm saying? Again, WrestleMania is the creme de la creme, and it's basically always been 90% casual. Always. Well, no, actually 98% casual. That's who goes to WrestleMania. It's not the hardcores at all. It's 90% of it being casuals from all around the world. Literally all around the world. So, so who wins the men's Royal Rumble? CM Punk. Hands down. CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. The final 4, I think, what it'll come down to: CM Punk, Gunther, and maybe a Brock Lesnar. Maybe. But I do think that that'll be the final. The final 3 should definitely be Cody, CM Punk, and Gunther. I know Brock's showing up in the Rumble for sure. Brock is definitely showing up in the Rumble. Definitely showing up in the Rumble. And I guess that's when, if they decide to do Rock and Gunther, they need to go ahead and pull the trigger. But Brock would have to basically be in the Final Four, or at least the Final Five. He would have to. And no, I don't expect The Rock to show up at all. I don't. He might make an appearance, but he's not going to be in the Royal Rumble match. No. I do think that Triple H is going to pull the trigger, allow CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble, and then Triple H will also pull the trigger for the Elimination Chamber, where Cody is going to win the Elimination Chamber, and that's how we get Cody and Roman at WrestleMania 40. I do think that CM Punk will win the Royal Rumble, and Cody Rhodes will win the Chamber. I think that it makes the most sense. Cody winning the Royal Rumble twice? No. I think you have more story for CM Punk than you do Cody, right? But I am very, very excited for the Royal Rumble as a whole. I'm super geeked for it, and I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. This has been one of the most exciting Rumbles in the Triple H era right now, right? But what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win the Royal Rumble? And are you guys excited for the Royal Rumble? And what are y'all's predictions? So I'm going to go over my predictions one more time. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Logan Paul is going to retain against Kevin Owens. If there is a 6-man tag, Final Testament is going to win that one. If that does happen and occur, we don't know yet. We still have to deal with SmackDown. The Women's Royal Rumble, my pick to win is Becky Lynch, Bianca, or Bayley. Those are my picks. Men's Royal Rumble pick, hands down, CM Punk for sure. Roman to retain his Universal Championship. So they're my picks. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.